Coach, winning here at home, first game of the 2023 year, very nice win, breaking a three-game losing streak. What's your thoughts on the game?
Well, I'm really happy because we lost a tough one Tuesday night at Eastwood that we kind of let slip away out of our control that we shouldn't have. So we put a lot of focus into things at practice on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week, with a lot of mental reps and focused a whole lot on our rebounding, and that certainly paid off. We did a really poor job against Eastwood on the boards, and that hurt us in a 6-point loss. And tonight, our focus was to start with intensity on defense and make sure we were really rebounding, and we turned that into a pretty nice 37 to 24 advantage on the boards, which is huge for this. And then we shared the ball really well and had three guys in double figures. Makai Johnson played really, really well with 19. Jordan Ferguson with 14 points and 17 rebounds. Jason Tucker really turned it on, was really aggressive at both ends. And, that's what it takes. And then the rest of our guys just, really stepped up their defensive game. And, we got some points off the bench, which we hadn't been doing. And so overall, nice win. And now we get to really get into that January grind, and we're looking forward to it.
Definitely busy second half. Start of the game, first half was going great. Went in the locker room with a good lead. And you guys came out in the third quarter to score 19 points. Makai had a big three, get the crowd fired back up in the game. What was going into your mind going into halftime, being up, keeping the kids focused and prepared for the second half?
Well, every game we have team goals for the overall outcome of the game, and then we have 5 goals that we want to achieve at halftime. And so we check our stats and we see where we're at in reaching each of those goals at halftime, and where we're at on what path to achieving those goals at the end of the game. And this is the first time this season that we've met all 5 halftime goals. We want to make sure that we were winning the boards. We want to make sure that Dylan Wiley, the Tobias kid, we wanted to have him to 5 or less points. We wanted to have less than 6 or less turnovers, and we wanted to have 20 or more points in the paint. And we met all 5 of those goals. And so I was challenging the kids. Okay, so we're halfway there. We don't want to let down. We want to keep pushing because we got the other goals to meet for the game. And at the end of the game, we had met all 5 of those goals too. And we understand Lake is young, and Coach Hickey's a first-year coach with him, and he's doing a nice job. Like, there was no quit in him. We knew they were going to battle, and our kids kind of just rose to the challenge all night in the second half, which is what you want to see.
That's all I got. I was very impressed with the first half.
Okay. Oh yeah, Jason. When we can get him to play that aggressively at both ends of the floor, that's why he's a freshman starting varsity, because we see that, and it's the youth of being a young freshman and just understanding that that's the kind of effort and energy you have to bring consistently, night in and night out, when you're a varsity player. And he just keeps getting better. And when you look at our roster and you see the minutes that our guys are playing, we start 1 senior, 3 juniors, and a freshman, and that means the future is really bright, because we're going to have 1 starter that's going to walk out the door in May at graduation, and everybody else that we've got playing meaningful minutes is going to be back. And I challenged our JV and our freshman players the other night in film session about, hey, look in your crystal ball and see what's ahead of you and how much hard work you got to do if you want to crack that varsity roster next year. So that's a good problem to have in a program like ours.
I agree, and this year's growing pains, but the future is bright. And like you said, the players are coming up, starting games now, and that overall goal for the team is to get on the varsity. So it's good to see that the kids underclassmen are stepping up.
Oh yeah, well, and they're all developing confidence. When you have a night like tonight where your freshmen win, your JVs win, your varsity wins, and our JV win was against a good JV team, and they rose to the challenge. And
that was a very good game.
Yeah, and our freshmen, we were expecting their freshmen to be pretty tough, and our kids were up to the challenge. So that's a nice thing to have for a program that hasn't always had that kind of success level by level. And as a staff, we talk about a lot. We know the future is bright here because our 7th and 8th graders are playing well too, And it's nice that kids are looking forward to being in the gym and playing basketball with each other.
You even had 3rd, 4th, and 5th, 6th graders playing tonight at halftime.
Yeah, well, we're really blessed with our Fostoria athletic boosters. When I came back as the head coach a few years ago, went to the boosters and resurrected the old booster basketball program on Saturday mornings, and our athletic boosters fund that, and we give each kid a T-shirt. They all got a basketball, and my challenge with those young kids is, you wear out this rubber basketball when you come back for a summer camp in June. If it's worn out, I'll give you another one. And with the support of the community and especially our athletic boosters to do that, that's those building blocks for that foundation of the program to stay strong.